This is Bernina's optional cording foot for this serger, one that I often use to make French ribbon. Now, you think of cording foot and you think of piping. Now, that's another foot. That's the multi-purpose foot. But on this one, what you can do is you can put cord for stabilizing seams or wire. You just poke it down this front little hole and then wrap it underneath the two little fingers so it flows right out the back side. Now, the serger is currently set up for a rolled hem. We have the right needle in. The tension for the lower looper is actually tightened all the way up to 7, and the stitch finger has been pulled towards us. The stitch length has been shortened, so it'll make a nice tight kind of satin stitch. This is the stitch finger, that's what we've moved. And then what I'm going to do is just take a few stitches. I'm going to go up one side and down the other of this particular strip of fabric and watch what happens. The wire is actually guided down between the knife and the needle. I notice I have one of my threads kind of got cut back into the little edge there, so I'm going to give it a little snip so it lets loose. There we go. And then sometimes what I do is I will crimp the wire back here so it doesn't get pulled in and out of its seam here. The wire I'm using is actually a 28 gauge, so it's a very lightweight wire. You can also use fishing line, and when you do it on like a bias edge, that gives it a really pretty, that kind of wavy fish edge, very scrolly edge there. So what I do, I don't even have to hold the wire. Really, my job is to guide the fabric and get the rolled hem going straight. Now, if I actually want to make French ribbon, I want to go up one side and down the other. So I'm going to just turn my fabric around and then start in on the other side here. Unroll a little bit more so we can keep it flowing. This is a great way if you took satin fabric or a nice pretty dressy fabric and you want to create your own bows or decorations. They're completely reusable. So that means at the end of the season, if you plan to use them next year, can you think about for a wedding? Oh my goodness, you could have white or silver or whatever color you're working with, bows tied everywhere. I'm going to just use the wire cutters to kind of separate the piece. And then look, we've got this beautiful edge over this wire, and the wire and everything can be bent and shaped. So if you were reusing it, flatten these out at the end of the event, put them away, and then next year pull these out, iron them flat, and retie them into the bows for the next time you're using them. French ribbon, super cheap, and all you need is wire and the optional cording foot for your serger.